So this is how you should eat if you want to transform your body from skinny fat to aesthetic. Why should you trust me? Well, this is how I looked like before, and this is how I look right now. So if you're skinny fat, you probably don't have a good diet right now, right? You probably eat a bunch of junk food and you don't really try to eat it healthy. Or maybe you do, maybe you try to eat healthy like once a week or twice a week, but it doesn't really give you any solid results, right? So there's a very easy trick you can just use to tackle this issue, right? So just imagine a plate of food. If you imagine half the plate being protein and the other parts being fats and carbs, if you just stick to eating that every meal, you will definitely be making progress to a more aesthetic physique, right? Because you'll be eating a high protein diet. So for protein, anything like chicken, beef, or any other kind of meat will definitely be more than good enough for the protein section. And for fats, you can eat anything from almonds to avocados and nuts. And finally, for the carbs, it can be anything like rice or maybe pasta or bread. So yeah, it might sound simple, but just keeping half your plate consistent of protein will drastically increase the quality of your diet, right? From eating junk food and from eating whatever you want to having a high protein meal will definitely make a difference, right? It'll help you recomp your body, and just you will have much better macros when it comes to eating, like high protein, medium amount of carbs, and maybe little amount of fat. So another tip that I can give you is just to eat the same meals every day. Okay, so let's say you have 3 meals a day. Just make sure you try your best to eat the same meals day after day, right? So that means by doing this, you don't need to worry about tracking your calories or using MyFitnessPal or anything like that to see what your macros are, like what your protein, fats, and carbs are, right? So basically, what this means is you just need to create 3 different meals that you want to eat throughout the day, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and calculate the macros and calories for each meal, okay, and make sure that it's exactly what you need to either to reach your goals, whether it's maintenance calories or anything like that, okay. And so if you just repeat these same 3 meals every single day, you are not going to be messing up your diet, right? You'll be more consistent with your diet, you will definitely see faster results too. Maybe in the weekend or something, if you want to stray away from your diet, or if you want to replace one of the meals you have with another meal, that's fine. But as long as maybe at least Monday to Friday, you try your best to try eating the same meals every day, you're going to build consistency with your diet, and which will in turn give you faster results too. So when it comes to calculating total calories, like I mentioned before, whether you should eat at maintenance or whether you should be like eating higher calories or whether you should be cutting, I think the best way that you will be able to transform your skinny fat physique is just by eating at maintenance. Okay? Because if you eat at maintenance, this will give your body a chance to recomp. Okay? Since you're still a beginner, you will be able to burn fat and build muscle at the same time. Okay, so you don't really need to increase in weight, or you don't need to even lose weight. You just need to stay the same weight, but you need to recomp your the amount of fat you have with the amount of muscle you have, right? So that means you need to be having higher muscle and less fat. So eating at maintenance gives you the perfect platform to do this. My final tip, I want you to just stay away from fast food. Okay. That means I need like hamburgers, KFC, McDonald's, all those stuff. Just stay away from that, because usually those are very high in fat and high in carbs. Okay. So it's going to be very hard to find like a high protein meal if you're eating from a fast food restaurant, right? So, just decide to cut it out of your life. Or maybe if you do still want to have it, maybe have it like once a week or only in the weekend, something like that. What's important is that the majority of your diet needs to be a high protein diet, right? Because that's the only way you're gonna be able to burn fat and build muscle at the same time, which in turn gives you aesthetic physique. Not to mention the fact that eating fast food also just slows you down, right? It makes your mind foggy, it makes you not want to work out at times too. Like imagine eating McDonald's before going to the gym. You're definitely not going to want to work out, right? So just try your best to limit the amount of fast food you eat every week. Hope this video helps.